in the studio, we have both the Paper Cup Band from Minneapolis and the director from Living Arrangements, which is showing tomorrow night at Miramar Theater, where there's 2 screenings, 7 and 9 p.m. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Sam Thompson. I'm the director of Living Arrangements. We're in town from Minneapolis and showing it tomorrow at the Miramar Theater with live music via these guys, Paper Cup Band. And it should be a lot of fun. It's a dark satire film about a vegan couple who move into a new apartment and find a werewolf living in their attic. It gets a little funny at times, a little scary at times, and overall it's very entertaining, and we will have free prizes.
And is it your first crack at a film?
Yes, this is my first feature.
And how long did it take you to make it?
From beginning production to having our world premiere in Minneapolis was 9 months.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and that was in mid-March of this year, so we played our first official film festival, the Flyway Film Festival in Pepin, Wisconsin, late October. So we're really just starting to move it around. It's really just starting to get some legs.
Much like a band, you're just getting it out on the road right now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I imagine shoestring budget.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just pay for everything ourselves, and but we feel like did a good job making it look like there's a lot more money behind it. And, looks aside, again, it's entertaining. Every scene moves the story along, and we were just talking at UWM about it, and I think that's what we're most proud of.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Sure.
It's not easy making a film and getting out into the world. So.
No, yeah, that's kind of what they say. You make the film, you finish the film, you're halfway there, because the real hard part is getting people to see it. So come on out.
And what have been the early reactions, whether it be press or just people coming to see the screenings of the films?
I'd say like entirely positive. We had our world premiere in Minneapolis. We had about 500 people come out, which is a pretty big turnout for a film.
Yeah.
And we showed it again in Minneapolis and sold out of a smaller venue. We've gotten good press. I think the Star Tribune in Minneapolis gave it 3 out of 4 stars. We haven't been into too many film festivals.
Yeah.
But
tell me about the music, because I know Paper Cup Band's in it as well, but there's other...
Mark Mallman.
Mark Mallman, yeah.
He's from Milwaukee, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's from Milwaukee, I guess, too. Our roommates sleeping in the aviary, they had a track. Best Friends Forever. Just mostly Minneapolis.
Yeah, just a lot of Minneapolis bands, and the characters again are kind of vegan, hipster, pacifist kind of. In many ways, I was using bands that I know, and then also was thinking of bands that the main characters would probably listen to.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mark Mallman did original music for it, and these guys have a few tracks on there actually, or 2 tracks, I believe.
Yeah, 2 tracks. Yeah, it was really. I was really happy to. We kind of just put it together at the Miramar, and I used to live in Milwaukee, and the Miramar was like the place. I've seen like Low there. I used to go see this comedy improv thing when I first got a license called the Dead Alewives. I
remember that.
It was awesome.
That was good stuff.
And that was like what I'd do when I first got my license in like February. It would be snowing like crazy, and I'd come down to the east side to see like the Dead Alewives by myself and stuff.
Nice.
It was fun.
Let's talk about the band for a quick minute. This show every Wednesday alternates between alternative farm rock and city rock showgrams. So naturally, your album is absolutely perfect, titled Detroit vs. Farming. It's kind of like your theme now, Richard. You have to play it every week. But tell me about the album. Tell me lyrically, sonically, what's it all about?
I guess mostly it's just some of it is pretty silly, some of it's pretty serious. It's kind of all over the place, and that was the point. Basically, was just to have our first album, Midwestern Post Sarcastic, was very mostly folk influenced, and Kyle's really good at recording. Our roommates are really good at recording, and it was sort of what can we do to really break it out of that normal acoustic dude with the guitar, and like Kyle was drumming on a like a suitcase and would never even use sticks. It was only his hands, so it was pretty shoestring. But yeah, it was basically just that versus like Pro Tools and like the computer and kind of putting them together. And in the end, lyrically, some of it was just kind of about, you know, post-industrialism and just like, you know, recession and stuff like that.
Timely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works perfect with a film too. I feel like the werewolf in the attic is very metaphorical for the times we're in now.
Yeah.
It's tumultuous.
Well, let's play a track off the Paper Cup Band album, Detroit vs. Farming. We're going to hear a track called Drunks and Poets, and Rich is going to be back with you after we hear this track, and the band's going to play a couple quieter acoustic numbers here in the studio. We don't have a suitcase, I don't see, but I'm sure we'll find something else to bang on, so it's not so dude with a guitar.
Yeah.
All right, here's a Paper Cup Band track called Drunks and Poets off the album Detroit vs. Farming. And again, they're in town because tomorrow night they're playing before and after sets, correct?
Yeah.
For the film that is screening at Miramar Theater called Living Arrangements. We have the director here, told you about the movie, and without further ado, here's a track from that album.